I'm curious, Satish ji, before you came to the United Kingdom, obviously you were in India. You were born before the British left India, from what I understand. And you were a Jain monk. You worked with Mr. Bhave. Were those influential in helping you to connect with the ecology and helping you to connect with non-human
Yes,
living beings?
yes, absolutely. My association with Vinoba Bhave and Gandhian values has played a very vital role in my awareness and in my understanding of our relationship with the natural world. Because Mahatma Gandhi said that things have to be more decentralized and more local so that we don't waste so much kind of investment in building roads and airports and seaports and railways and a kind of tractors and lorries and infrastructure. And that all takes a lot of resources and there's pollution and carbon emission. So the Gandhian model was more local economy and more ecological economy, more craft based, and more growth not in economy or money, but more growth in community relationship, our personal relationship, and our arts, culture, music, poetry, painting, dancing, singing, writing books, writing poetry, and doing something which is more enjoyable. At the moment, many people are spending their time just earning money, money, money. And we are losing what Mahatma Gandhi called the art and imagination and culture. And so people have no time for poetry, music, dancing, singing, playing music, and all that. So culture is suffering. And therefore, if you want to bring more culture, and culture is where human happiness and human imagination is kind of nurtured and flourished. And therefore, if you lose all the arts and culture and you just have lots of money and big houses and big cars and so on, you're not going to be happy. But when you sing and you dance and you write poetry and you write books and you do some music and art, that makes you happy. So, for human happiness, you need, of course, material things, basics. You need food, you need clothes and good clothes, and you need shoes and good shoes, and you need furniture, and you have good house, but there's a limit, optimum limit. And I mean, at the moment we have wardrobe full of clothes. You don't need wardrobe full of clothes. You need a few clothes, but good clothes, high quality clothes. And you don't need a wardrobe full of shoes, but you need a few, two, three pairs or four pairs of shoes, but good quality. They last for 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, good last. So something should be beautiful. At the moment, our culture and our industrialization and our civilization is creating ugliness, ugly houses, ugly kind of infrastructure. There's no sense of beauty. There's no sense of art. There's no sense of poetry. And that's what Mahatma Gandhi influenced me. So my Vinoba Bhave and Mahatma Gandhi were a big influence on my thinking. And when I came to England, Schumacher was a very inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. And small is beautiful. And so Vinoba Bhave, E.F. Schumacher, those were, and Mahatma Gandhi. Although I did not meet Mahatma Gandhi, but I read his philosophy and I heard from Vinoba Bhave, and I saw many people who were friends of Gandhi, and so that's a big influence.
And also, when you walked all the way from India to Europe, that must have helped you connect with the environment and with uh, things outside of cities and things outside of us as humans as well, because you are physically in nature and you're physically on roads and, sleeping outside
Absolutely,
sometimes from what you said.
absolutely, yeah. When I was walking for peace. I was inspired by Bertrand Russell, and I was very kind of upset and very kind of worried about the nuclear bombs. And so I was walking for peace to four nuclear capitals of the world: Moscow, Paris, London, Washington. And so when I was walking, I saw how farms are kind of polluting and destroying the natural world. And I saw how humans are living in poor situation and condition, and other humans are living in a very great luxury. So that made me think that peace is not just about nuclear bomb. Peace is about being at peace within yourself, and being peace in society where people can live together with respect to each other, look after each other, and not have so much injustice, social injustice, and so much kind of difference between rich and poor. And also have to make peace with nature. Unless we make peace with nature, we are at war with nature, against nature. The way we are destroying our rainforest, the way we are putting animals in factory farms, the way we are kind of polluting and putting poisonous chemicals in the soil. All those are acts of war against nature. And so when I was walking, I saw these farms and factory farms and animal conditions of animals and humans. So my peace idea broadened, and I started to think that peace is not just the nuclear bomb is only a kind of top of the iceberg, but the real big problems are kind of our relationship with the natural world and the way we are acting against nature, and think that humans are superior, humans are above nature, you are separate from nature, and nature is there only for us, and we can do to nature what we like. So I saw that. And so I said, no, 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 nature has its own intrinsic value. And nature is sacred. Nature is the life itself. So there's the Gandhian influence carried with me. And I experienced that while walking around the world, in Europe and America especially, and Japan, and but also in Middle East. And so that was a very great influence.
Why do you think our connection with nature has become this way in some societies? Why have we become so disconnected?
We have become disconnected because we passed through a kind of age of reason, an age of kind of science and technology, where we saw our many scientists say that nature is only there to be exploited, and steal the secrets of nature and use nature for human benefit. And that was a kind of age of reason, and a kind of age of industrialism, and a kind of machine, and so fossil fuel. All these things added to that, and say, let us exploit nature for human benefit. Nature. So this the two problems in the age of reason and the age of technology and science and age of industrialization is that one, we are separate from nature, then we are above nature, nature only there for our benefit, and therefore let's exploit nature as much as we can for human grandiose or human benefit or human kind of living standards and human economics and so on. So this separation and superiority, these were the two guiding philosophies started in the kind of 17th, 18th century, and it became very prominent in 19th century. And industrial growth and industrial economic growth became the kind of goal and the kind of makkah for all countries. So whether you are communist or capitalist or Hindu or Muslim or Buddhist or whatever you are, one religion that everybody is following, that one religion is a religion of money, religion of economic growth. Every country in the world, China, Russia, Japan, India, America, Europe, Africa, everywhere, they all want one idea, that economic growth. And so somehow that has become such a dominant philosophy. Western started from the West, industrial revolution started in England, and then Germany and France, and then Europeans went to America and they promoted industrialism in America. So America became a champion. And the president of the United States of America, I think it was Roosevelt, who said in the United Nations, the world is divided into two parts, the developed world and the underdeveloped world. The developed world is the world of industry, and the underdeveloped world is the world of agriculture. So if you are living by agriculture, you are underdeveloped. So our mission is to develop the underdeveloped countries. So they gave money, they gave aid, they gave kind of missionaries of industrialism to Africa, to India, and said, we will give you money, industrialize, they build roads, build airports. And the reason was that because you build airports and build roads and build seaports, so that American goods and European goods, manufactured goods can go there and sell in India and Africa and China. And then the raw materials from India and other countries can come out to European countries. And so it became a very much kind of self-fulfilling and self-aggrandizing project. And this is how it happened.